Hello, everybody. My name is Katie Creed. I'm with CT and Associates through Cetera Investors. I hope you all are having a great day. Today's Topic Tuesday is going to be on one of the many questions that Abbey and I get asked is, how should I be saving into my 401k? And we get a lot of simple questions with some really complicated answers, unfortunately. So when we're talking about a 401k, for those of you who don't know, is an employer-sponsored retirement plan. So what's your goal for what that account is? A 401k, your goal is to be saving money for comfortable retirement, right? Now, some of the problems, though, that we face when talking to individuals is there's no real plan that they have in place. And that can be really tough because there's so many different factors in order to determine, well, how much should I be putting into my 401k, or how should my 401k be working? There's a lot of things that go into it. So here are some of the 4 main things to consider when thinking about how much you should be putting into your 401k. So first and foremost, how much am I saving? How much am I actually contributing into this account? 2, how am I investing this money that I have sitting in this account? 3, when do I want to retire? 4, how much money do I actually want and need in retirement? Those 4 questions are really going to help determine how much you should be putting in there, what it should be doing, how much you should expect from it later down the line. So if you do have questions, that's really the foundational aspect in creating a good plan for your 401k. Now, having somebody guide you through this can always be helpful as well. And if you want to talk about this one-on-one, you absolutely can with Abbey and I by going to our website and setting up a time. But if you're trying to do this on your own, that's okay. And you're trying to say, okay, well, what's like maybe the first 2 things that I should really be looking at? Well, one segment of a 401k is not all the time, but often there is an employer match program. And so that match program, I remember being in one of my first economics classes, probably back in high school. And I had a teacher and they're like, if you take one thing from here, what I want you to understand is if your employer has a 401k plan and they match, you do as much as you can to get all of that match because it's free money. So I would, have some regards for that, where if you do have the benefit of having a 401k plan that does have a company match to it, I would try to work as hard as you can to making sure that you are maximizing that match. Meaning some programs work in a way where if you do 3%, then they'll do 2%. Or if you do 6%, then they'll do 3%. Or if you do 2, then they'll do 2. There's a bunch of different ways that it can go about, but try to do as much on your part in order to get as much of that match as humanly possible, because at the end of the day, it is free money to you. Now, the second component that I do think is one of the foundational pieces for your 401k plan is how to invest that money. So when you invest money, it allows you to get some help in growing it. If you just have your money sitting in cash, which you do have an option to do within your 401k plan, typically, you're not getting any growth on that money. So it's not helping you in the long run. Now, if you're somebody who's really, 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 really scared of any kind of market fluctuations, that might be the best suited option for your comfort level. Most people aren't like that though, and they're okay with a little bit of market fluctuation, or some people a lot. Everybody has their different levels. But they have these things called target dates. And these target date funds are options where they're kind of like pre-put together packages so that individuals, even if they're not super well equipped within the world of finance, they can still pick an option to have some help and guidance as to how they should be investing their money. And what these target dates are really saying is, when are you anticipating on retiring? So for example, if one target date says 2030 and another target date says 2050, well, the 2030 one is going to be a lot more conservative. It's going to be a little bit more protected, maybe have more bonds within the allocation, not be as aggressive. And then the vice versa one for the 2050 option, that one might be a little bit more aggressive in nature, should be a little bit more aggressive in nature, because we have a longer time horizon until we're getting to our retirement years. So those are kind of the different options when looking at trying to do your best at putting together a good option for your 401k. It doesn't mean that, saving as much as what the match will do, and then also getting a somewhat good idea as to which target date fund is going to be best for you. Doesn't mean those are the only two factors in regards to a 401k plan by any means, or getting you set up properly for retirement, but it is a great place to start. So if you guys do have questions and want to get together a customized plan as to how much you should be saving for your retirement, or any of the goals that you have in particular, and you want a plan that's flexible and that allows for change over time, because life hits you with a lot of curveballs. But we just want to make sure that we have that option available for you guys, so you can always jump onto our website and sign up for a one-on-one consultation with either myself or Abbey, and we can get started with you over there. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you learned a little bit of something about your 401k. Bye.